I don't know. After hearing him calm and talking about the tether story, it's probable.
Go down to the county attorney's office. I think you'll find a lot of humans down there.
All right.
No disrespect.
Stop driving.
I'm flirting with the judge in front of my dad.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Have a good, safe weekend. Christmas is right around the corner. You don't want to end up in jail. You definitely don't want to end up on my channel. So be safe. Don't be dumb. All right. Court. 3 good clips for you. Not a long video. About 25 minutes. First guy is caught rolling the happy grass on Zoom in front of the judge. It's funny. What's funny to us? You know what? He actually thinks it's funny too, which he probably shouldn't. And then I got 2 guys that just... not 2 guys. It's actually a man and a female that just think it's okay to lie to the judge. All right. Before I get into it, before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. And if you really like the video, my link tree is in the description if you'd like to donate. Please and thank you. Let's go.
What's his name on here? Let me check again.
I don't see him on my morning docket. Am I missing him?
You know, maybe it's me, Judge. I thought I saw his name earlier, but you know, trying to get his audio together, I may have overlooked looking him up on the docket.
Bottom left corner.
I have a Daryl
Watch
Young.
that guy. He's even got one of those cameras that zooms in on him and follows him around. Doesn't help him.
Call the courtroom then instead of.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look him up. I don't see him on the morning docket unless we have the name wrong. Let me do Mr. Townsend. I know you are not about to fix and smoke online, really?
Hey, can you hear me? I got this little button. I'm trying to get out to Bluetooth, like, but no, I'm okay.
Mr. Townsend.
On the way back around.
Mr. Townsend.
Yes, ma'am.
I can see you. I can see what you're doing.
Sorry about that.
Do you think that was good behavior for being in court in the morning? It's
my bad.
9:41. It's 9:41 in the morning, for real?
Yeah. Yeah, but wake and bake.
Ooh. Huh. Oh, I can't wait to read this charge.
Gonna help me. It's
Mr.
nothing.
Whitey, I know that you haven't had a lot of interactions with him. So when you have interactions with him, just remind him what the court is about and how to act in the court. They are testing my patience this morning, and I'm not going to fail this test. I promise myself. Okay. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Jeremiah Derek Townsend. This is ticket SP 1436969. Count 1, interference with a city employee. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dennis Whitey, P79560 on behalf of Jeremiah Townsend, who's present by way of Zoom.
And sir, state your name for the record.
Jeremiah Townsend. Good morning, court.
Good morning. Attorney, how are we proceeding with this matter?
Yeah, Your Honor, today's a day and time scheduled for a pretrial. I just was appointed 2 days ago to this case. I've put a discovery request in, spoke to the prosecutor as well. She's going to get that over to me. If there's a pretrial date, we could come back in the next few weeks, maybe to resolve the matter. That'd be appreciated.
Right. Well, you know, we're going into the holiday. Yeah. So can I have your P number first, attorney?
Oh, absolutely. 79560.
560. Okay. All right. So my next closest date is going to be February the 15th. Does that work for you?
Actually, I am out of town. Okay. I heard you gave somebody the 11th, I think it was.
That's the Sunday. I mistakenly gave him that one. Let me find. Are you out of town that whole? Hold on. February. Are you in town that week before?
Yeah, the 12th and 13th are great if you had either.
February 12th or 13th?
Yeah.
Let's do February 13th.
Okay, and Judge, you know, would it be easier if I just schedule up for a bench trial now, so in case we can't resolve it, we'll have a conclusion that day?
We can. Do you want to do it in person or via Zoom?
Let's do it in person, a bench trial.
Okay. All right.
And then if we resolve it,
I really
great.
would like him to come down here, so I agree with that. Because maybe his conduct will be different if he were to come to court. Mr. Thompson, am I laughing right now?
Nah.
I am disappointed. Like, that's not what you want to see. First of all, it's not even noon. So that lets me know what you're doing with yourself right now, or potentially be doing with yourself.
Definitely.
And then,
right.
You said what?
No, I was just saying definitely.
Okay, Mr. Thompson, that is not what you want to give people an image of, especially the judge.
Definitely. My bad.
Okay, I just need you to realize it, okay? So like I said, your attorney's going to talk to you. Don't do that. Some people will lock you up. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's look at February the 15th, since you said you won't be here that week. What about the 22nd?
No, we said the 13th would be great. It's a Tuesday.
I know, the 13th. Okay, yeah, we could do it the 13th, February 13th.
Okay, perfect.
All right, 13th. You said in person?
Yes. Did you want to do that at 10 a.m. since you have your other docket?
Yeah, let's do it at 10 a.m. Yep, okay. 10 a.m. Okay.
Mr. Townsend, I'll be in touch.
No problem. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a good day.
Have a good weekend, Judge.
Have a good weekend.
I know. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Judge,
Yeah, not what you want to be doing in court. He's very lucky that he had that judge. She was more than kind and patient with him for doing that while on camera. And she even called his case first instead of making him wait. I would have made him wait. I would have made him wait and stay on camera just to see what he did. All right, next clip. We go to Judge Perkins. Good old Judge Perkins, where we have a liar and he doesn't like it. Nor should he.
Return to the breakout room, Ms. Guyton, please. Are you driving, Ms. Gunter? No. Are you driving?
No, I'm in the passenger seat.
It must be like a reverse camera or something.
My camera the wrong way?
You're in the back passenger seat? Are you in the back seat?
No, I'm not.
Am I looking at that? You driving? You're in a car that has a right-hand steering wheel?
I'm actually getting out the car now, walking into my house.
Are you in the you said you're in the passenger seat of the car.
He wasn't. I'm outside of the vehicle now.
You lied to me, ma'am. You just
sorry.
got through lying. You just got through lying to me.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I said you just got through lying to me.
Oh, she can hear just fine. She's just playing the deflection card right now. Ooh, and the other woman that's there waiting on her case to be called, her facial expressions. Yeah, you are driving. Yes, she was, or whatever she said. Ooh.
That's a heck of a way to start off a court case. She's willing to lie. Well, what do you do about that? How am I supposed to believe anything else you tell me?
I apologize. I was in the driver's seat.
There's no apology. I don't want to hear an apology.
I knew I cut that off at some point. That's the end of it. Her actual case was at the end of the docket, and it wasn't anything special, interesting, fancy. I think it only lasted maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I actually don't really remember. I just remember it was just that her driving in line didn't come back up. Let's just say that. So her case wasn't that interesting. All right, last one. Last one. I think we're headed to Florida. I think this is Florida. And yeah, this guy just can't get his story straight. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's go.
What do we have going on with Mr.
The state filed, and Judge, just to refresh your recollection, his bond was modified and we are providing itineraries to the court.
Oh,
each
yes.
week.
This is the issue where I believe he was, someone saw him at a gas station.
Yes. And I've just been provided some documents from Mr. Tharp, and the state attorney's office was good enough to make copies, so I can give you the originals.
Any objection, Ms. Smith, to me looking at these?
No.
Okay.
And I've informed, and I spoke with my client, and he's indicated that his job ended early. So I told Ms. Smith that she didn't need to go through any sort of predicate, because I see in the motion, there's an attachment of his vehicle. And we're not contesting that. So we're not contesting that he was in Gulf County on 11/17, which is, let's see, Friday.
Well,
And I'm going to have Mr. Tharp explain to you what happened, Your Honor. We can put him under oath and he can tell you about what these records are.
it looks like these records are 11, 13, 14, 15. I just need to know what was going on at the gas station on whatever date the state said they saw him at the gas station.
He was
I mean,
getting gas.
Yeah, I know it's a technical, it's a violation of the order. I'm just trying to see if it's a substantial violation.
And that's what we want to tell you about, Judge.
Okay, raise your right hand for me.
State your full name.
Charles Tharp.
And Mr. Tharp, can you tell the judge what happened during this week that begins November the 13th? Can you tell him, what we're looking at? I see that we've got some timesheets here that looks like Monday the 13th, Tuesday the 14th, and Wednesday the 16th. And in addition to that, are these hotel receipts for your Pensacola on the 15th and the 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell the judge what happened.
Yes, sir. I was supposed to, I went with my father, but he didn't go as early as I did. I rode with the company up there, and then one of our jobs got canceled, so we come back home on Thursday morning. We left from Pensacola and come back to St. Joe, whatever. I rode back with my father, and whenever we went up there, like I said, I rode with the company, and I left my clothes bag in my company's truck. So Friday morning, I was going to my shop to get it, and whenever I called him over there was a guy that was coming back to St. Joe, and he said,
Who'd you call?
Buddy Cooper.
This is somebody that's your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he said he was coming to St. Joe's, so he would bring him back to me or whatever. Well, I turned around and stopped by, put gas in my dad's truck, and then go back to the house, and that's whenever I seen Jordan Brock.
At the gas station?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you didn't take a vehicle or drive a vehicle this week over to the job site in Pensacola?
I rode with the company, and then I rode back with my dad.
Okay. And so after you got gas, where you saw Jordan Brock there, did you go back to your house?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
Okay, and did you stay at your house after that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then, so aside from your job ending on Thursday and what happened on Friday, did you abide by all of
Yes, ma'am.
what's outlined for you to appear at?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want the judge to know about this?
No, sir.
Ms. Smith, any questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Farber, where do you live?
127 Barber Drive,
Where's that?
Port St. Joe.
And you were present when the judge has previously revoked your bond and gave you very strict instructions on that you need to be at home if you're not at work. You remember him telling you that?
Yes, ma'am. But that's what I was going to
That
my
was a
work.
yes or no question. On November 17th, did you, were you at your home as the court instructed you to be?
Yes, ma'am, except for when I was going to my work.
It's your testimony that you were working on November 17th?
I was going to my work, yes, ma'am.
Was that allowed by the judge?
Well, yes, ma'am, I was supposed to be working in Pensacola at work, so.
But you weren't in Pensacola.
Yes, ma'am, I'd come, or like I started driving early, so I was going to work in Panama.
Was that allowed by Judge Collier?
No, ma'am, I guess, I mean, I don't know, he approved me to go to work.
Did he not approve you to go to work in Cantonment, Florida?
Yes, ma'am, he did, but like I said, our job got canceled early.
Where were you working that Friday?
I was going to work in Panama, my shop in Panama.
That you own personally?
No, ma'am, the company who I was working with.
I noticed that you, this morning I received sheets where you work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm sorry, or Monday and Tuesday
Wednesday.
and Wednesday.
And then
There's
Thursday.
no work sheets for a Thursday or Friday, is there?
Yes, ma'am, we traveled home, like I said, on Thursday, and then I was going to my work on Friday, and the guy was coming back towards St. Joe, and he'd take me a trip over, so I didn't have to go, and I turned around and went back home.
You went back home on that Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
So you didn't go to work in Panama?
I was on my way, and then I turned around and come back Friday.
Did you call your attorney's office and let them know you needed a change in itinerary, that you were leaving work early?
No, ma'am, I wasn't really sure that's what I needed to do.
You didn't understand the judge when he instructed you to be at work or at home?
Yes, ma'am, I did, and that's what I was doing, was going towards work, and then I turned around and went home.
Just stopping off at the gas station first?
Well, yes, ma'am, I had to get that quick gas tank in the truck.
Was your father with you on that Friday?
No, ma'am, it wasn't.
You were alone?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor. And just to be clear, when you are saying that you're gonna go to the, was that to get your clothes that had been left behind in Pensacola?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it necessary? Do you not have any other clothes to wear?
Well, no, ma'am, I just want to watch my ready for the next work week.
And Judge, I was out of the office, and since this is, I've not had a situation come up where in this posture, where when there is a work ending early, and had he called my office on Wednesday, he would, I mean, on Friday, he wouldn't have gotten anyone. We were out of the office. So I've instructed him, we've had a discussion about that if things end that are outside of his control, to be sure and let us know. And I can at least send Ms. Smith an email and your office an email when something happens that's outside of his control, as far as where he's supposed to be.
Or any other witnesses or evidence, Ms. Anderson?
No,
Ms.
sir.
Smith?
No, Your Honor.
All right, what do we think? This guy lying? Is he telling the truth? Did he violate his bond or yeah, I guess it would be bond. Was bond or probation? I actually don't remember. Probably should. What do we think? We'll hear from the judge.
Mr. Beatty, what is your job?
Whatever about there.
Is there a uniform that you have to wear?
No, sir.
I'm trying to figure out this issue with the clothes. Do you only have 3 or 4 different pair of pants or shirts or boots that you?
Well,
That you have?
I had some antibiotics in there with I got a bad tooth or whatever. And I was supposed to be going to the dentist on Wednesday, and that's really what I needed out there mostly.
Are you weren't going to the dentist on Wednesday?
I was supposed to go the following Wednesday, but they went and take my insurance, so I didn't have to get it set up.
So I see that rain out, crew was sent home by Scott. Don't tell me what you talked to your lawyer about, but you keep Miss Anderson informed about your weekly itinerary?
Yes, sir.
You told Miss Anderson, I guess when you're going to Cantonment, you're going to be staying at the Quality Inn and Suites? And you didn't, you stayed at the Days Inn?
But that's, well, that's what I meant, or that's where it's supposed to be at, is on the Days Inn, I guess. I ain't sure, I didn't realize I told her the Quality Inn like that.
Mr. Beatty, my problem is I don't think you take me serious.
Yes, sir.
No, listen to me. Your attorney puts considerable time in these motions every week. She files a motion with a detailed itinerary, and
yes, sir.
Usually after hours, I carefully review this itinerary. I'll let you go fishing and hunting with your dad.
Yes, sir, and I very much appreciate that.
And when I read the state's motion, I set it for a hearing because it being at a gas station, of course, wasn't on the itinerary, but it's incidental if you're driving to or from work. I didn't really care that you stopped by a gas station to get gas. But I'm hearing that you left Pensacola early on Thursday. You didn't inform Miss Anderson. You took it upon yourself to drive to Panama City, but your buddy, I guess, said, nope, don't come over here. I'll bring you your clothes, some clothes that doesn't even sound to me that was necessary.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to have them washed for the work week next week and have my antibiotics I need.
Mr. Beatty, you're supposed to be sitting in a county jail.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Anderson, any argument on the state's motion?
Judge, we would just argue that, I mean, the working is his company. He doesn't have any control over whether or not the company says you have a work over here today. He could have handled it differently. I completely agree. And I don't think that that's going to happen again. I would just ask the courts to consider the circumstances. This is, I mean, he's working a lot. He's been working a lot. I've not had any difficulties reaching out to him, and he has been in close contact with my office. And since this has come up, I have even more contact with him. So I think that he and I are on the same page.
All right, Ms. Smith.
Judge, this is the second time that Mr. Tharp has violated conditions of his release. The first time he violated, Your Honor, we had a hearing. He had contact. Your Honor revoked that bond, gave him the $10,000 bond with these very strict instructions to be at home, traveling with your dad, a work itinerary. And Judge, the defendant simply did not follow the court's orders. He did not notify anybody that he was not at work. And Judge, clothes are not mandatory. It's not a necessity. I don't think that there was any reason for him to be at that gas station or away from his home when on Friday. There was no necessity to that, Your Honor. He chose to do that. As you said, you allow him to hunt, you allow him to fish, you allow him to go to the river, you allow him to go see his parents. And Judge, he chose to violate your court's order, and we ask that you revoke his bond again, Your Honor.
And Judge, I just would like you to also know that in the interim, since we have granted him release, he has completed his anger management, which was a provision that was required pursuant to an injunction. So he's been productive. And I think that this is the only hiccup that he's had.
I don't have a problem.
Okay, so he did his class, which is good. And the defense attorney's trying her best here. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Is his bond going to be revoked? This is a very lenient house arrest type situation where you're allowed to go hunting and fishing. I mean, you go hunting, you have a gun, right? So isn't one of the first terms of any any bond or probation is you can't have firearms, and the judge let him go hunting with his dad. Very generous. I I don't think I've ever heard that, but I mean, I guess different states it's a little different. But all right, what do you guys think? Is he going to jail? My new favorite game.
Problem with you going to a gas station. It happens. Although it's a violation of my order in a technical sense. The problem I have is that you left Pensacola early, came back to Port St. Joe. You didn't tell your lawyer. Of course, your lawyer couldn't tell the state. And then you're out frolicking. You're telling me that you're going to see your buddy, actually going to Panama City, but your buddy called you and said he'll meet you here. I don't know what you're doing. And honestly, I don't believe you.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's the truth or whatever. But like I say, I mean, he just saved me a trip from having to go away to Panama. Is all it was to our shop. So I said, okay, it'd be fine. It'd be helping me out a lot. So I turned around and went back home.
Ms. Smith, any issues or contact with the victim while he's been out?
Not that I'm aware of. No, sir.
And I asked Nadia the other day, I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do really on that. And she told me about I needed to be letting her know if I come home early or if I was going to stay late on the jobs. Because sometimes we can't tell if they're going to be a day early or a day short.
And Your Honor, Nadia is my paralegal, and she has been the point of contact.
I don't have a problem with the job ending early.
Yes,
Life happens. And I wouldn't expect you to pay money in a hotel if you're not going to stay there. I don't have a problem with your job leaving early, you coming back early. The problem I have is that when you're back at home in Port St. Joe, you then leave the house for no reason.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I just need the antibiotics and I need to get my clothes out.
I'm going to deny the state's motion, but you aren't going anywhere other than work.
Yes,
The trips fishing with your dad, no longer. Going to the river, no longer. Nowhere.
Yes, sir. I greatly appreciate it.
Or you don't have to appreciate it. I want to throw you back in jail because I don't believe you're just going to get some clothes. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's Christmas season. I'm going to take you at your word. But those privileges that I allowed you to go hunting and fishing, that's not going to be anymore.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when do we need to come back?
Judge, I think we have our last round of depositions scheduled. February, let's see here.
All right, well there you go. No jail time. You can't go hunting and fishing. I was already blessed to even get that. It's not too much of a punishment. I mean, I would have said thank you to the judge for that too, because he should be in jail. Anyways, there's only about a minute left of this, so I am going to just let it play out. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, please do so. Do your jump kick back flips. I will be going live later. I finished editing the Judge DeSanto bench trial, and it's a long one, so I'll probably break it into two. I don't really a 2-hour live. That's a long live. I know I've done it before, but when you're jumping clips, it makes it a little easier. When it's just one hearing, you get kind of tired. So I'll probably break it into two, do the first half tonight, the second half tomorrow night. But all right, until next time, bye.
We already have a trial management scheduled in this case, Your Honor, for
Is it the February date? That means it's on the February trial docket. Do we need to leave it there, Ms. Smith, Ms. Anderson?
Yeah, because we've got our last round of depositions on January the 23rd.
Okay.
Mr. Tharp understands loud and clear, Your Honor.
Do we have an ankle monitor program here in Gulf County? Last time I asked last year, we did not. We don't? All right. All right, I'll see y'all in February.
Thank you, Judge. Do I need a new notice or? Okay, great.